What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hope y'all having a great day today. Got to go meet with a couple of guys and have lunch, and then I got to go do something that I absolutely should not be doing. One thing I want to say real quick, almost nobody, if anybody, got where they are on their own. I've been able to hit, you know, over 1,000 subscribers, and that's a goal a lot of people work towards, but I didn't get there by myself. I had people who would drop my name and my channel, and I'd get 5 people here and 6 people there, and, you know, a person here and 10 there, and it helped me out. So I want y'all to do something for me. If you watch this channel, I got about 50-60 people that watch on a regular basis. I got somebody I want y'all to go check out. Check out his content. And look, even if you don't watch it all the time, or maybe it's not for you, go. He's got people that enjoy it and people that watch it, you know. Go over there and subscribe to the channel. So it's my buddy Josh up in South Carolina. That's his logo. Josh's Lawn and Landscaping. If you're a John Deere freak, you'll enjoy Josh's channel. Josh is all things John Deere. Dude's pretty smart too, knows a lot about lawn and landscape. So get over there, check him out. It's quoting another piece of quoting a piece of property to take care of. So I'm gonna take y'all along for the journey as far as that goes. So what it is, it's I got a call today about brush hogging. Guy's got an area in his yard, something happened, he let it get out of hand. I think he said he was in the hospital or something, and he just ain't been able to keep it cut. So and actually what I'm doing with that, you may remember a number of videos back, probably been several months now, I showed you a new piece of equipment that Elro Mow purchased. Yep, he bought a tractor, and so he bought a tractor, and so I'm gonna let him do all the bush hogging. So he's gonna take care of all that. Got something going on here with my phone. Let me check this. I'll be right back. You can say what you want to about the posse, but that was Z-Man. Now, I want to put this in perspective. It's Tuesday. He's wanting to know what time we go and work on Saturday morning. Hey, he stays on top of it now when it comes to that work. But anyway, got to go take a look at this project and you know, see what's going on with it and see what needs to be done. I did tell this customer they're way out in the middle of nowhere, and I told him, you know, he told me it's about an acre, and I said, well, I said it's going to be very expensive to have an acre done because of where you're located. I mean, he is in the middle of nowhere. And so he said, yeah, we understand that. And so, you know, we'll see. But anyway, that's what we got going on. So I'm gonna go out there and look at it. So I'll let y'all know how it goes. All right, here's what we got. There's a road over here, and that's like a berm. I'm pretty sure that don't get cut. So basically starting on this side of this, going to down there. I think it's about an acre. I measured it out on my phone real quick. About 100 by 400 feet. Well, let's see, 200 by 200 is an acre. Well, 208 by 208, whatever it is. I think that's about an acre. This down here is pretty thin. I mean, I could cut this with a mower. I could cut all this with a mower, but I'm not gonna do that. This is gonna be a job for Elro Mow if he wants to do it. I know the wind's probably bad. My apologies. Anyway, the customer's supposed to be here in a few minutes. But yeah, you can tell that's pretty tall. Just to give you some perspective, that's what we got. Yeah, that's what we got. All the way back. It don't go all the way back there. It goes back to about that, not that pine tree, but the next one. There's another lane back there, and behind that's just wooded. That don't get cut. So it's just a 100-foot wide strip through here. Got to meet the customers after I shot that little video that y'all seen. As you can tell, it's not a very bad project. I was right over there where like that little berm is. I think I showed that. I know I showed it in the video, but it's kind of like overgrown with vines and stuff. They don't want anything done with it. There's also a thick patch on the other end. They don't want anything done with it. They just want everything cut down nice in the middle of that. And so, you know, and so they got home, and I gave them the, you know, I just kind of looked at it, and I told them, I said, look, normally this is what we would charge for this, but because where y'all live, this is the price. And he said, oh my goodness, no, not. And he said the price. And I thought, here we go. He said, when can you do it? So I'm gonna get Elro set up probably to go out there and cut that first of next week, unless he wants to go before then. I mean, really the only other day he could probably go is you know, is today. I mean tomorrow, if he wanted to go do it then. But anyway, yeah, that's what we got going on. So everything, they're ready. They said, hey, whenever he can do it, let's do it. And I said, all right, sounds good. He said, hey, do you do landscaping? And I said, yeah. I said, but right now we're backed up on that side of things. And he said, well, can you take a look at mine and give me a price on it? And I said, yep. So he's got a bunch of trimming up needs to be done, mulch needs to be redone, beds need to be cleaned out, got a couple of crepe myrtles that that need to be trimmed back a little bit. Wants to add some, he wants to add an edge and add some landscape fabric to some areas where he don't have a bed now, and yeah, and re-mulch everything and get everything trimmed up good. So I took a look at all that while I was there. There's my diagram for that, with all that other junk in my seat. And I told him, I said, now look, it'll be a month before we can get to it. And he said, that's fine. So I haven't given him a price on that yet, but it's certainly not going to be cheap. Now, if we were just going in, cleaning up the beds a little bit, trimming a little bit, throwing some mulch down, wouldn't be a bad project. But this stuff hadn't been very well, you know, maintained, probably for the last couple of years. And he's also got some work out back, wanting to put some stones in where the pool area is at, and maybe some palm trees. So, you know, I don't know, but he said, we'll talk about all that later. And I thought, that's a good idea, because I don't want to get in too deep on this thing. So, yep. That's what we got going, though. So we picked up, you know, potentially, you know, another $1,000 worth of work or something, just going over there checking on it. Now, before I close this, I want to share just a little bit of business. And this is all too common. Now, one of the things the guy said, and I'm guilty of this, and I'm going to remain guilty of this, but if I were a full-time lawn and landscape company, I would not do this. So there's a disclaimer. There's something that I'm doing that I would not do if I did this for a living. So I have one phone, and my one phone is my personal phone. It's actually paid for by the church, so the company doesn't pay for my phone at all. And so my voicemail is a generic voicemail. Well, this is what this guy said. He said, if I call a company and they don't have a voicemail that identifies that company, he said, I will not leave a message. He said, if you're going to have a company, then you need to have an answering service for that company. Now, that's legitimate, and I completely understand where he's coming from. And I told him, I said, well, you lucky I answered the phone. He said, yeah. He said, really? I said, yeah. He said, well, I wouldn't have left a message, and I wouldn't have called you back either, you know. And I said, well, hey, I understand that. And I didn't go into the details with him because that doesn't matter. He does know that I do this on the side. But I understand. And then the other complaint that he had is that he had called several companies and left messages that have not called him back, or that tell him if they're going to come and don't come. Bus has stopped. I'm in a place here that's hard to get out of. Or they can't get to it forever. And I told him, I said, well, I understand that, man. I said, because everybody that's willing to work has got more work than they can do, including us. So, but anyway, just some little business tips there. Certainly, if you have a full-time company, if that's what you do for a living, you should have a phone for it, whether it's an office phone that you check periodically, or I guess this lady's gonna let me out here, or or your cell phone needs to have a voicemail that identifies the company, because you know, if somebody calls it and it doesn't, they may think they got the wrong number. So, you know, and definitely you need to return calls. As we say, strike while the iron is hot. Somebody calling, wanting business done, especially if they done called 2 or 3 people that wouldn't call them back, or people they couldn't get a hold of. Now they start thinking, I don't want to get quotes. I just want to get somebody to get it done. And then they're not going to look at your price and go, well, can I get it $25 cheaper from somebody else? No, you responded, you said you could be here, just go ahead and do it for me. So, you know, that's just some food for thought, something for you to think about, you know, doing your business, especially if you're full-time. So anyway, I got to get back to the office and do a couple of things. One of the things is going to be, man, tired. One of the things is going to be to get this guy up an estimate, and you know, for this project, and send it back to him, and that way he can decide what he wants to do. If he wants to do it, great, we'll move forward with it. If he doesn't, that's fine. We'll go bush hog his grass and be done. So I'm gonna get off of here because I need to call El Romo, let him know about the property, and I hope you enjoyed the video. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from him. Hope you have a great day.